Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips, the brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday Sean video today. Today gonna go out today, see what things came out today, see what things are on sale. Today though, new release-wise, it's actually one of those Tuesdays where there's a lot of stuff last week, and there's nothing really this week. There's like a couple like catalog titles coming out on 4K today, but other than that, there's nothing that I feel like is gonna probably be in the stores. We shall see though, if there's anything. There are a couple toys I'm still looking for though too, like some of the Simpsons stuff, like the comic book guy one, still trying to find. There's also like these really weird, I wanna show you guys, I'm sure I'll see them at one of the Walmarts. I got one of them. They're ridiculous. This like Minecraft Jack Black figure, which is actually strangely very well detailed. It's like one of the more well detailed figures compared to like some of these like, you know, some of the ones I've seen, like the Spider-Man ones, and like they're really teeny tiny and like really cheap looking. Like you'd almost feel like it would be like look like that, but it doesn't. It's like really well detailed. But surprisingly enough, though, they've not done any for any of the other characters, like not Jason Momoa. And I kind of am interested in that movie only because it's, you know, Jared Hess, you know, who directed Napoleon Dynamite, and I'm interested in seeing that, especially too. It's the first time too Jack Black's coming back, you know, to work with him since Nacho Libre, which I really love that movie. So definitely I'm very curious, you know, about that as well. But like I said, nothing really new release out that are mainly that will be in stores, but we'll see if there's anything kind of random out. Also, though, at the end of this video is going to be a bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some things I received a review, and I'll talk about for you guys as well. But anyway, though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. But into Target we go, and you know, the first thing we always have to check is the $1, $3, and $5 spot. This is some sort of a funny like drink for St. Patrick's Day, like a cup thing, little like fanny pack. These are new, these little bug catcher things. I guess you put like, find the bugs and put them inside of that thing. It's so many random things in here, like little storage things, like food storage things. These were kind of funny. I saw these like little like teeny tiny lights, LED lights for $5, but they're like battery powered lights. There was these things I saw too, a bunch of different things for Easter now. These little plant things, like egg ones. Those are like storage box things, little trays. But like I said, this section always changes out so much. Here's more of the Easter things. So a bunch of different Peep things. Like I always remember back in the day when it was Peeps and there was just like one or two different types and there was like nothing for Peeps. It was like so rare. Now you kind of see like Peeps honestly like year round. They bring them out for kind of all the seasons now, different versions of them and stuff. A couple more things there. Taking a look at the books right here too. Anything that changed out. This book might be different here, but we'll go over to the, oh yeah, here's some more changed candies, you know, Easter ones over here as well, next to the Turd Mags. But we'll go take a look though, see if there's anything over there, see if there's anything Simpsons as well. It seems like this particular location has not changed them out at all, but we shall see though, we shall see. But in Target now too, I always have to be really careful because like over in the electronics, there's like these people, usually they work in teams, there's usually one or two of them, and they're trying to get you to sign up for these cell phones. So it's like this real awkward thing now in here. So I'm always kind of like ditching them and trying, oh, see, everything is like leaned up in a really weird way here. See, it's like, it's almost like the bad kid that doesn't clean up their toys and everything is like leaned up. I feel like they need to find a better system for these things because it's just like everything is strewn everywhere back here for this. It's like, it's cool stuff, but it's like everywhere, and you try and like look at it and everything falls everywhere. But yeah, I still yet to find you know, the Wonder Woman one. That's the one in these I'm still trying to find. Hopefully I'll come across it, but it's like, I feel like that's kind of the one where there's probably like one in the case. But you never know, it could be like mixed in these areas, but it's like so difficult to find it because everything, like I said, falls like literally everywhere when you move in. A lot of times the person hides like in this area, but yet see anything different over here, doesn't look like it. But let's see, this is like the spillover section, and sometimes you can find other ones over here. Like here, see some of these ones over here, like the Phantom, Frankenstein. So you just have to make sure to check over here too, because you never know, there can be random ones here too. But I can tell right away though, Simpsons wise, see, I see Krusty, but I see none of the smaller ones. So definitely no chance for those ones. This is something new here too. I tried to look this at the one Target, but the guys were standing in front of it, those phone people, so I didn't want to look. But it seems like it's like some different pops here. Ferris Bueller's Day Off one. Here, Skeletor. It's kind of random ones, like Target Con. So I guess it's like their own certain types of ones. And whatever these ones were, everybody wanted. I don't know what those were. Whatever they were the popular ones for Target Con. No one wanted these ones, but I don't know what those ones were though. Into Walmart we go. So we'll see if there's anything different, you know, in here Easter-wise. It's these Polly Pocket things here, which is so funny. Those things are still around. Like, I remember them when I was like really, really young, when they were like brand new. Them and like Littlest Pet Shop were kind of new around the same time. And then they were doing kind of like all these other Polly Pocket kind of like versions of things. So they were doing like, I remember like the Ninja Turtles did those teeny tiny things around the same time. They might have been first. Can't remember if that and then Polly Pocket came, but I remember that was kind of the big thing during one of the times when like they were making everything teeny tiny, real small ones. This is some sort of oh, that's sort of funny. That's one of those like 8 balls, you know, that tells the future thing, but it looks like an egg. That's really kind of funny. Let's see. Doesn't seem to be doing anything though. It should be like in here showing something, but doesn't seem to be changing or anything. I do not know. But in here though, they have this little Minecraft setup thing. Oh, I think I see one to show you guys. Here's the one here. It's really funny. It's like here, and it's like I said, it's strangely well detailed in here. And it's like, here's the whole like setup for it. Like they have like these little stuffed animal ones, but this is the one of Jack Black. And like I said, it's like surprisingly well detailed for a $9.99 figure. But like I said, there's no Jason Momoa, none of any of the other characters. So I guess they didn't sign off on them or something. But very funny. There's supposed to be like a big doll version of it as well. I've yet to see that. And there's also supposed to be one that's like Jack Black's character like fighting, I think like the pig or something. I think like this pig, there's like one of him, like a 2-pack one. I have yet to see that, but it doesn't seem like any of this is selling. Like, I don't know if it's not going to be popular or not, but I like the Jack Black ones. Like those ones to me are kind of interesting. And they're, like I said, surprisingly well detailed compared to like some of these, like, see how these ones are really teeny tiny and like not a lot of detail on the face. These are some of the ones I was kind of talking about. They're real like detailless. And there's some of these other ones that are even smaller that I saw, like that are like the Spider-Man ones that just don't have a lot of detail. You'd almost think those would look like that. There's some other Minecraft things too. These are more, you know, just for the game, not the movie ones. I feel like that 2-pack one I was mentioning is probably going to be something that's at Target. There's also supposed to be a Simpsons in here too. That's like an exclusive one. That's like there's a Bartman they've always had before. It's the big size, but there's supposed to be one of the small mini-size Bartmans that people have been finding as well. So that's one of the other kind of things I've been looking for as well. But in here today, though, movie-wise, I don't think there's really anything new. I think I showed these before. They had like randomly in a Violent Nature in there at discounted. Nothing new this week. All the stuff was from last Tuesday. I think there's been a couple newer steelbooks that I haven't seen yet in this area. But yeah, oh yeah, we have to check over here too, just in case. Down in this area. Let's see. Down here. No, this one I haven't seen any of the costume character ones. And I pretty much found, I think, all of the ones that are out currently for the Ben Cooper ones that I was looking for. There's a few, like, I think there might be a new line coming out soon at some point, though. But like I said, nothing different here. I have seen a couple people mention that a few random Walmarts have been getting a restock of the Terrifier 3 tapes. So one person said, oh, this location had 5 of them in, I saw. So I'm guessing they're getting more in some of the locations. I remember that's what happened with part 2. They came out and then it was like a couple weeks or a month or so and they were gone, and then they got another batch in. So I'm thinking some locations may be getting another batch in for those as well. Into the second Walmart we go. That's a funny like tennis ball display thing they have there. Those like gigantic, huge tennis balls. That's kind of a kind of interesting thing. Yeah, huge thing. It's one of those things that, like, you know, in Problem Child, like the whole thing would fall down or something. It would be. I remember in the movie when he ran through the thing with the car, it was like that's basically like the kind of thing that fell down with John Ritter driving through and he went nuts. I don't know, I always love those kind of movies too, when like characters have like those crazed like scenes and they absolutely go ballistically nuts. I miss, they don't have like movies like that too often anymore, when like characters just go totally certifiably insane like that. But yeah, in here today though, like I said, there's probably not going to be anything new here. movie-wise, but they have like an Easter display thing here. So I think this is a newer thing put up. But yeah, everything here is all the stuff from last week, though. Nothing new changed out, though. Yeah, in here, though, when it comes to like the Minecraft stuff, I don't see anything at all for the Minecraft movie. It seems to be all of like the game stuff, but it doesn't seem to be anything new movie related. Because like I said, there's supposed to be that one big like kind of doll of Jack Black. It's like the much bigger one. So I would like to try and find that one as well. And this thing I saw too, which was kind of interesting. It's like some Sonic the Hedgehog kind of like TV sort of like Ultimate Fan bundle. So it's like all these different kind of like figures and stuff in here. Kind of cool looking thing, like kind of a mystery kind of thing. Anyway, though, guys, that was off my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also, on the comments below, though, let me know what you guys picked up, on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K if you guys end up picking up anything today. Also, though, let me know anything new that you guys have seen in the theaters lately, if you guys have seen anything. This past weekend, I saw the one movie, The Unbreakable Boy. That was a movie that was done for a while and, like, took a really long time to release. That movie was... It was interesting, though, as somebody, too, that has Spectrum things myself and kind of can relate to, like, certain things in that movie, like when they were showing that scene of, like, the zipper, like, bothering him with the noise, it's like, they kind of did it wrong because basically it wouldn't just be the zipper. They needed to make it so it's showing everything in that room bothering him. Like the zipper, they need to have the air conditioner sound. They need to have everything so you have it all at the same volume. Like, and then, like, the fact that his father had this imaginary friend character that, like, as an adult, and it like made him seem very crazy, and I couldn't figure out like if they were kind of implying that his father was supposed to be on the spectrum too, but he talked to himself and walked his way through things, like kind of like in Home Alone, when he talked to himself like that, like, because a lot of people on the spectrum do that, like that, kind of walk themselves through things. So I was like, was that what they were trying to imply with him? I couldn't figure it out. I didn't like it very much. I don't know. It wasn't. It was some of that stuff was kind of doing a disservice to it a little bit, I thought. The other one that I saw was The Monkey, which I will say, though, I really like Osgood Perkins films. I loved, Longlegs. I thought this one was good, but the only thing that was like kind of throwing me off a little bit was there's a lot of CGI, and like it's certain stuff too, and like there's one thing with his head, and I'm like, why was it CGI? It would have been so much better if it was practical. Like, so that was the only thing, was I wasn't expecting CGI in a movie from him. I really wasn't, because he doesn't usually do that. And it was like, it wasn't a little, it was a lot in some of the scenes. I mean, like, the one thing with intestines, I think, was full. And the one, too, that honestly should have been figured out differently and could have been shot in elements and, like, more practical. They could have done it with real bees practically and, like, in elements and kind of combined it together. But it was full CGI bees and did not look good in this one scene. I don't know. That was the only thing. There's certain things in it that I didn't like because there was this sort of piss poor CGI. But anyway, though, if you guys did see The Monkey, though, let me know what you thought. But the CGI did take me out of it a little bit, though. Anyway, though, guys, now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first ones I got here are from Lionsgate, and these are brand new Steelbook releases here. There's two different ones to show you guys, and these are from their Lionsgate Limited series here. So you guys can get these exclusively from their Lionsgate Limited website, and they have a bunch of different ones on there too, like I know Kill Bill, I think Jackie Brown, a handful of others that are on there so far. And the two new ones here to show you. The first one is You're Next, which is the Adam Wingard movie, which I really love this movie. And this is the 4K Ultra HD edition here, which includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital copy of the film. Here's a look, though, at the back for this one as well. But I always really liked this movie. And I always thought it was a pretty creepy film as well. It was like, done as like a throwback kind of slasher film as well. And has a number of different features on here. The first disc is the 4K, and then the second disc is the Blu-ray with the special features as well for this one. The other one here as well that's from Lionsgate's limited line as well is The Third Man here. Now this includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital copy as well for this. And I'll show you guys, though, a look. It also includes a booklet in here. It has a collector's edition, booklet in here too, with some posters and some stuff about the film, things like that as well. But here's a look, though, at the Steelbook. So here's a look at the front, the back, and then inside too, it includes the digital copy as well as collectible art cards from the film, as well as a little mini poster as well. Here's a look, though, at the discs for this one. But really cool. Like I said, these are not ones that you can get in stores or anything like that. These particular editions, they're exclusively on their website. I don't know if I know like certain stores like Barnes and Noble have gotten like some of like the more limited things. So maybe like down the line, you might see some of the, these ones perhaps like end up in like a specialty store, if they order them. But as far as I know, these are all going to be like exclusively to the Lionsgate limited website. Then the next one here, this one is from Lionsgate. Now this is not from their limited website. This is their standard 4K release, and it includes the 4K and the Blu-ray. And this is for Den of Thieves 2 Pantera. And it's one of the movies too. It's weird. It's like the first Den of Thieves. I remembered liking the movie. I remember seeing it, but it was like for some reason I totally like blanked on kind of like the plot and what had happened in it and everything like that. But basically it's Shea Jackson's character having to work with Gerard Butler, and it's kind of like, it's kind of an unlikely thing of them together. It's like I said, it's hard to explain, but it's basically involving like stealing things, and it's a little bit slightly hard to follow a little bit, because like I said, I kind of forgot a lot of the first movie. I just remembered liking it, but I didn't remember it too well for some reason. It has on here, though, a comedy track on here with the writer and director, and as well as the cinematographer and the producer. It has on here plotting Den of Thieves 2, deleted scenes, and a theatrical trailer as well on this one. The next one here, this is from Paramount, and this is the 4K Ultra HD edition, which includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital copy, and it's the Steelbook version of Gladiator 2, which I really like this movie. Like, this is one where I was kind of thinking, like, what are they going to do with the sequel? How is the story going to be? But it's basically, Russell Crowe's son now, and kind of what happens to him, and kind of like, I don't know, I really like the story for this one. I thought the two characters that I thought were the best were the two brothers, just because they were just so weird, and like the way that they wrote them, and especially the one too. That was much more weirder than other. They had like the rashes and stuff. But I really liked this movie. I thought too that Denzel Washington this is probably one of my favorite roles that he's been in years, just because I just love this character that he played. But on here it has deleted scenes, has a bunch of different featurettes on the film, building the empire, post-production on here. But really like this one. This is one like I said, would definitely recommend you guys check out here, and includes the Blu-ray and then the 4K of the film as well. The next one here, this is from Warner Brothers. They sent over a free copy just to let you guys know this one was available. This one I'm glad that it's actually going to get a physical disc too, because I think this was also Amazon produced as well. So a lot of times, the Amazon movies don't get physical releases, at least not usually. Like Saltburn and some of the other ones haven't. But this is a movie here which includes the 4K and the digital copy of Red 1, which I saw this in theaters as well. This stars Dwayne Johnson, Chris Evans, Lucy Liu, and J.K. Simmons. And it's basically J.K. Simmons' character is Red 1, or the, Santa Claus, and he ends up getting kind of taken, and basically it's kind of Dwayne Johnson's character trying to figure out how they're going to find Santa and make sure that Christmas still happens and stuff like that. I thought it was a fun movie. It's like not perfect all around, but it's definitely worth checking out though. I really did like it though. The next one here, this one was from Cape Light Pictures, and this is includes the 4K as well as the Blu-ray version of the film here as well. This is also the Steelbook. It's a movie here called Project Silence. This is an interesting movie. It's kind of like all set on this bridge, and basically there kind of a big accident happens on the bridge, and this whole group of all this like truckload of all these dogs, they're all this sort of experiment dogs, that they're doing something with them, kind of get unleashed. And for some reason, the one guy activates them. They become crazy and are kind of attacking the people, and they're kind of figuring out what they're going to do. But it's basically like sort of all these people sort of trapped on the bridge. I like this one. It was an interesting kind of story. Like I said, it has the Blu-ray and the 4K on here for this one as well. The next one here, this one was from Cape Light Pictures as well. And this is a Blu-ray edition in a cool media book. It includes the Blu-ray and the DVD of the film here, Flesh and Blood. And it's like I said, it's a cool media book edition that they have. And this is a U.S. You can play this in the U.S. no problem. And it has the Blu-ray, like I was saying, and the DVD, and then a booklet in here with some pictures, stuff about the production, things like that as well. But a really, really cool release for this one here as well. Now, the next ones here, these ones are all from Moviezing.com. I'll have a link below where you guys can order these ones for the best price. And the first one here, this is a movie, I remember this so well when this first came out. And it's a movie that Barry Levinson directed called Bandits. And I remember really liking this one. It has Bruce Willis in it, Billy Bob Thornton, Kate Blanchett was in it. And it was basically like this bank robbery kind of film. But it was like one of those ones that, kind of is like forgotten about. Like you don't hear about this one very much at all. There's certain movies that are like that. They kind of like, they came out And then like they kind of just, after they released, it was kind of like you never hear about them anymore. But this was actually a pretty decent kind of bank robbery, pretty fun film here. Kind of like, it was around the same time when Bruce Willis was doing a lot of movies kind of like this, like The Whole Nine Yards, and sort of like those kind of comedy heist kind of movies. The other one here that's from Moviezing is also from MGM, is one with Brittany Murphy, the late Brittany Murphy, and Dakota Fanning, called Uptown Girls. And this is another one that I always really liked. I don't know if this one was ever available on Blu-ray before. I think it probably was, but this is the brand new release here. And basically this is, you know, Brittany Murphy's character becomes the babysitter to Dakota Fanning, and she was somebody that had a lot of money, and then basically she ends up having to kind of do this because she ends up running out of money, and she has to kind of change her whole life and stuff. But this was a very fun, really well-made movie. I always remember really liking this one. The other one here that's from Moviezing as well, and this is the brand new re-release of this movie. This came out a number of years back, originally on Blu-ray and DVD. Now this is the new one, and this is now released by Cineverse. And it's the movie here, Dead Ant, which is a movie that I was in. I had a small little cameo. I die in the bathroom in the porta potty in this. I'm like, oh, it's my first concert. So that was always really fun. This is basically a movie that has Tom Arnold in it. Sydney Sweeney, it's one of her early films, and it was basically these giant killer ants, and they're all attacking this band and stuff. It's a really, really fun movie. I really like this one a lot. So anytime there's like different editions of that movie, I always get all the different versions. The next one here, this is the from Acorn Media International, and this is the newest VHS film. This is VHS Beyond. Now VHS, they kind of like they've been going for a number of years now. I think like 2013 or 14 is when they started, so they've been doing a number of different series now. But basically what it is they're all directed, different segments directed by different directors. So this one though is done in much more of a sci-fi kind of vibe, and it's kind of done almost like an Ancient Aliens thing, where it's like done like a documentary, and then it cuts to the real footage of like the documentary footage of what they're talking about. And it was pretty creepy though. There were some pretty well done ones on this one. It also has feature wise a bunch of different featurettes. It has like the pre-visualization, the special effects, Fur Baby's audition tape, the making of Dream Girl behind the scenes on here, on this one here as well. The other one here, this one is from Kino Larbert, to let you guys know that was available. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't mix up. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I don't put things in the wrong spot. But yeah, this one was from Kino Larbert, and this is one of their Kino cult releases. It's a movie here which stars Helen Mirren called Hussy. And this one has a commentary track on here by film historian Kate Ellinger, as was a theatrical trailer. And this one was originally from 1980 for this film. And the last ones here to show you guys, these ones are all from Severin Films. And there's 2 new 4Ks to show you guys, and a new Blu-ray release. The first 4K is a movie called Delicatessen. And this was from one of the, I don't know if it was both the directors, or I think it was one of the directors behind City of the Lost Children. And I always remember really liking this movie. It's all in this kind of weird, kind of like complex and like weird sort of people in there. It's a really wacky, strange movie. I remember really liking this one. And this has the 4K and then the Blu-ray. And the Blu-ray has an interview with the co-directors, has the making of Delicatessen on here, has on here interview with Terry Gillen as well on this one. And then Antiviral, this was the first movie that I remember seeing that Brendan Cronenberg directed in 2012, called Antiviral. And this also has, you know, Caleb Laundrie Jones. I think this is probably the first movie I remember seeing him in as well. He's been in so many things, The Florida Project, Twin Peaks. He's great. This is a great movie. Now this has the 4K, which has a commentary track with Cronenberg as well as the cinematographer. And then disc 2 is the Blu-ray, which has Broken Tulips, a short film by Brendan Cronenberg, some deleted scenes, first meeting with actors Caleb Laundrie Jones and Sarah Gadon on here, some interviews, so a bunch of different features on the release here as well. And the last one here from Severin Films is one here called The Mask of Satan. And I believe this is the first time this one has ever been released. And this one has on here a brand new interview with director, I don't know if it's a new interview, but it has an interview with Lamberto Bava. It has on here an interview with actress Mary Sellers, and an interview on here with actress Deborah Copahelgo, I believe, here as well. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching, subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.